Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl in your face while you're sleeping. 10 biggest animals in the world. It's still a mystery as to how many animal species exist in the world, but one thing's for sure. There are some pretty big boys out here. In fact, some of the biggest giant species of animals in this list will have you freaked out to the point where you'll be wondering, just how are these guys even able to comfortably live in their habitats without causing some form of physical harm to themselves? The world's too small for you, eh, big boys? With that being said, let's take a look at 10 animals out here that are truly giants of our time, and just how unfathomable their sizes are. Number 10. Goliath Beetle. Don't be fooled by the term beetle at the end. This giant insect right here is no pushover. Coming in at an impressive size for an insect, this monster loves to live in the thick undergrowth in the forests of tropical Africa. As a matter of fact, Goliath beetles take the top spot as some of the heaviest insects in the world. They can weigh about 3.5 ounces, which for an insect is pretty darn impressive. In terms of length, they clock in at about 4.5 inches, and you can find them sporting their famous black, white, or brown color. Number 9. Chinese Salamander. If you're looking for the largest living amphibian in the world, then look no further than the giant Chinese salamander. In fact, this salamander might be taller than you. Growing a length of about 6 feet, it comes in at a hefty 66 pounds, but the largest ones can clock up to 123 pounds. They are some of the last living relatives of ancient amphibians that once roamed this planet millions of years ago, and have changed very little from their ancestors. Perhaps this is one of the reasons why so many people refer to them as living fossils. Nevertheless, despite their fascinating nature, they are currently endangered and are very rare in the wild. Number 8. Ostrich. Did you know that the ostrich currently holds the title for being the largest living bird in the entire world? In fact, the average ostrich stands an impressive 9 feet tall and can weigh a mind-blowing 344 pounds. But that's not the scariest thing about them. With eyes about 1.9 inches in diameter, they have the largest eyes of any bird species in the world. Despite their massive and intimidating size, ostriches don't possess any teeth, so everything they eat goes right down the hatchet. Yep, there's no chewing with this bad boy. They are surprisingly tenacious and can survive for days without water because they derive most of their water from their bodies, or through being extracted from the different kinds of vegetation that they consume. Number 7. Saltwater Crocodile. Did you know that the largest living reptile in the world is the saltwater crocodile? While the females are relatively small, it's the males that can clock in some relatively massive big boy sizes. In fact, a male salty can grow anywhere between 17 to 21 feet in length and weigh up to 1,000 pounds. Because of their resilience and power, salties can be found in the larger extensions of brackish and salt waters in Australia, India, and Asia. One of the reasons for their impressive range and survival is that they are not picky eaters. They are able to consume anything and everything, from birds to deer to sharks. Basically, whatever they can get their jaws on. Number 6. Whale shark. We now head to the deep waters of the ocean, where we find the largest living fish in modern history. The whale shark is no doubt a monster, clocking in at a length of 40 feet and weighing up to 22 tons. They are truly a sight for sore eyes, and can be quite intimidating, especially if you realize that this is an actual fish and not a whale. And the irony of it all is that despite their massive size, these marvelous creatures feed primarily on tiny plankton. Found in tropical seas around the world, the whale shark is considered vulnerable because it's been hunted to near extinction. Number 5. Brown bear. Back home, we have a big boy that is the pride of the American expanse. Yup, the title of the largest living land carnivore in the world has to go to the American brown bear. Clocking in at an impressive 1 ton and standing up to 10 feet tall on their hind legs, this American right here ain't no pushover. Brown bears are typically found in forested and mountainous regions of North America, Europe, and Asia. And there have been horrific stories of brown bears ripping unsuspecting trekkers and bikers in half because they felt threatened by a stranger impeding on their territory. Number 4. Giraffe. Clocking in at a staggering height of 19 feet, the giraffe is no doubt the tallest living land animal on the planet. And just to put that into perspective of how tall the creature is, can you imagine that the neck alone is over 6 feet tall? The giraffe is indigenous to the grasslands of East Africa, and it feeds mostly on nutritious vegetations high up in trees thanks to craning their long necks and using their tongues to pull out shoots and leaves. Because of their massive sizes, giraffe babies have a gestation period of about 15 months, and by the time their mother gives birth, the babies are over 2 meters tall. Perhaps NBA scouts should be looking right here for the next LeBron James. Number 3. African elephant. The title of the largest living land animal in the world has to go to, of course, the African elephant, which can clock an impressive 7 tons. From the tip of the tail to the trunk, these big boys right here can grow up to 35 feet in length and boast a shoulder height of up to 13 feet. But the bulls are no doubt the most impressive, as they can tower over any animal in the savannah, except the giraffe, and poses trunks up to 7 feet tall. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. A giant anaconda? Well, this picture looks photoshopped if you ask me. One thing's for sure, there was actually a giant ancient snake known as the Titanoboa that lived in South America more than 50 million years ago. The snake was more than 40 feet long. Number 2. Colossal Squid. There have been many inconsistencies regarding the actual size of the colossal squid, with multiple viral posts claiming that they can grow up to 60 or even 90 feet in length. But the reality is that the largest recorded colossal squid in history was 45 feet long. However, considering we don't know much about these reclusive creatures, could there be much bigger specimens out there? The most distinctive feature of the colossal squid is their large eyes, which can reach up to 10 inches in diameter. Now that's a large eye. It's like having 6 omelets spread out on your plate to eat. Number 1. Blue whale. Of course, the title of the largest animal of all time has to go to the blue whale. With a mind-blowing weight of 198 tons, this marine mammal is no doubt the king of the ocean. It can clock an impressive length of 98 feet. And just to put that into perspective of how big this animal is, its tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant and its heart as much as a car. Blue whales are able to reach their massive sizes because of buoyancy and a lesser effect of gravity in the ocean waters. Interestingly, despite being the largest animal of all time, the blue whale survives on one of the smallest animals in the ocean waters: plankton. With that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So, which one of these giant animals would you never want to pick a bone with? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want more videos that will exist until the end of time? Click on any of the videos that you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching.